As we journey together through the teachings of Christ, let your heart be still, your spirit be open, and your mind ready to embrace the wisdom of the Most High. May the peace of the Lord surround you as we delve into the eternal truths that bring clarity, comfort, and renewal to our souls. Today's message comes from the book Jesus in the Home by Neio, Lucio, psychographed by the medium Francisco Xavier. Chapter 31. The Reason for Pain. Rachel, a long-time servant of Cusa, spoke up in order to ask the master why pain had become such an affliction on the pathways of the world. Weren't men and women God's creation? Weren't they entitled to the blessed help of the angels? Didn't heaven watch over the destinies of humankind? Jesus looked firmly into her eyes and said, "The reason behind human pain is divine protection. Peoples are families of God, and like large flocks of sheep, they are enclosed in the sheepfold of the Most High. The earth is the path, the struggle that teaches and edifies in the way forward. Suffering is the God that awakens the sheep that are distracted alongside the path of truth." There were a few moments of silence, and the master began again. Excessive power favors abuse. Too much comfort frequently brings laxity, and bread that piles up in excess usually becomes food for vermin that takes pleasure in the mold. Perceiving that the group of friends was asking him for a fuller explanation, he elaborated fraternally. By order from the Eternal Father, an angel took charge of an ordinary man at birth. He taught him how to feed himself, to move his arms, legs, and muscles, to smile, to rest, and to take refuge in his mother's arms. Without leaving its ward's side, day and night, it gave him the first lessons of speech, and then guided him to do more things, providing him with the opportunity to learn and think, to read, write, and do arithmetic. Hour by hour, it kept him from the pernicious or deadly influences of the miserable spirits that would undoubtedly carry him off to the abyss of death. It breathed illumined thoughts into his mind from the light of the infinite good through 1,000 ways of imperceptible aid, ensuring him health and physical balance. It gave him invisible medicine, though air and water, clothing and plants. On innumerous occasions, it saved him from error, crime, and the unending ills that torment sinners. At dawn, the heavenly page attentively prepared a calm and profitable day for him, watching over his breathing, nourishment, and thought, and guarding his steps with love in order to best conserve his gifts. At dusk, it stood watch at the head of his bed, safeguarding his body against the attack of infernal spirits, watching over him with a mother's care, with sweet spiritual instructions while he was asleep. Throughout his life, it guided his ideas, helped him to choose his emotions, and to find a worthy and respectable job. It enlightened his young mind, breathed holy enthusiasm into him for the pathway of the superior life. It encouraged him to establish a realm of blessing and service, progress and spiritual growth in a home. However, the man who had never thought to give thanks for the blessings surrounding him became proud and cruel toward others. He who had been given such great blessings from heaven never felt the urge to extend them on earth, and began to humiliate others with the glory with which he had been clothed by his devout and invisible benefactor. When he experienced his first disappointment, which he himself caused by belittling the law of universal love that establishes fraternity and respect for others, he made a gesture of rebelliousness against heaven, accusing the Supreme Lord of being unjust and indifferent. Deeply hurt, the guardian angel was trying to impress him with the ideal of kindness when a higher angel came down and ordered the first annoyance of the ward, hardened by the excess of privileges, to be turned into affliction. Rolling mentally from one affliction to the next, the man began to reap the qualities of patience, humility, love, and peace with all, thus making him the Father's invaluable co-worker in creation. When he had finished, Jesus expected Rachel to raise some type of question, but the servant was mute, dominated by the thoughts that evening's teachings had suggested. The gospel worship came to a close with a meaningful prayer of inexpressible joy. Let us carry the light of this message into our lives, knowing that God's love and divine purpose guide every step of our path. May we face struggles with patience, approach others with humility, and embody the peace that surpasses all understanding. Rest in the assurance of His presence, for we are forever held in the embrace of His unending grace. Go forth in faith and joy, for the Lord is with you always. So be it.